but he just lacks that consistency and the concentration. But this may get this man, really back on track.
And a reminder as well, it could be Taylor Part in the second round, the last 32 of the World Championship. Would be an amazing match.
I spoke to John about that last week, Dave, in Derby, and he said he really is looking forward to that. He said to get Phil in the early part of the game when he knows Phil is not the top of his game, he said, I am going to be absolutely ready for him.
Because all these players do have one eye on the World Championship now. Match practice like this is good for preparation.
No question, Dave. I mean, every player's got one eye on the World Championships. It is the one, it's the big money, the big points for the rankings, and it just sets up the whole year. Even the lesser players, we call them, if they have a good payday, it really does sponsor them for the whole year.
Okay, let's join this Canada-Australia showdown. Your commentary team, Nigel Pearson and Dave Lanning.
Yes, a very big match for both teams, and two giants of darts over the modern era of the game. And this is Paul Nicholson, who is a local boy here representing Australia. 57. And he is a player with attitude, and he does get the crowd going, but I like him. I think he gives the game a bit of an edge, Nigel.
Yeah, hugely attractive fixture, this one, and an important one for this man, John Parr.
99.
When you bear in mind that Nicholson beats Mensah Suljovic 3-2 in his singles match against Austria, as Australia went on their way to 4 maximum league points from their showdown. And Nicholson looking good here with the first 180 of the game, and that lays a marker down. If Australia can pick up maximum points here against the Canadians, then they're through.
Well, it's impressive start from Nicholson. 64 here for the first leg. He'll stay there surely, and now needs the double for the first leg in double quick time.
Very, very impressive. Paul Nicholson, a little bit inconsistent at times during this tournament so far. They scraped through last night. Australia 6-5 against the Republic, but look at this from John Part. That's a fine response from John Part. This could be a fascinating contest over the short format. Remember, 1 league point will go to the winner of this singles game. That's followed by Ken McNeil and Simon Whitlock.
84.
And then the doubles, where you can win 2 league points. It's vital for Canada, with the Netherlands on 6, Australia on 4, and Canada picked up a point from their game with the Netherlands. That was courtesy of John Part's win over Coach Stompey.
Yes, it's a great deal resting on John Part's partner, Ken McNeil. Just get the feeling that the Australian pairing are more solid, and Nicholson, we know, knows where the trebles are. It's that mixed reaction, it has to be said. Of course, originally from North Shield, so he's a Geordie. Not fussed about Geordies in this part of the world. A little bit of local rivalry.
2 180s for Nicholson in the early stages of this match, which will be a short match. The short format, of course, first to 3. And Nicholson has started off superbly. Nice, clever switch down and then back up the board.
97.
Left to finish. Park not able to finish on 182. Of course, it's grey, grim twilight outside in County Durham. Once again, the sheep are huddled together.
105.
The sheepdogs are in their kennels still. It's still mighty cold, but we are still bubbling away and generally heating up the atmosphere with the darts here at the Rainton
60.
Meadows Arena.
Canada, you require 77.
And this is a chance for Part, and get the feeling he might just have to take this. 77 the shot. Double 10. Oh, clever stuff. Impressive.
Canada.
Absolutely, it's a good leg to win for John Part, when you bear in mind Nicholson has played so well so far. Tough one to predict now, this game.
Just like so many of this afternoon's matches, Nigel, it has been wafer thin, the difference. Just 1 dart, 1 throw, 1 double. And we saw that earlier on with John Part in the Netherlands. That was really touch and go.
100.
Absolutely, and as we see John Part here, his throw. You don't want to let your partner down. Any defeat in the singles, you drop a point, and that could prove to be the difference between qualifying for the semi-finals tomorrow or going home.
140.
This is Group A, a league system, as we see Paul Nicholson's throw. And Group B follows tonight from 7 o'clock, including Spain, the conquerors of England.
Yes, it's going to be fascinating to see how the Spaniards go, because it has to be said their performance against Philip Taylor and James Wade was majestic. They responded magnificently, and if they continue in that form, they're going to go pretty close to this World Cup.
41.
We would have thought we've said that as we set out on the tournament.
This is good from John Part. That's very good. Stunning stuff from John Part, who in his opening game got the singles victory over Ko Stompey this afternoon as Canada took on the Netherlands.
All right, Nicholson's blocked the passage through to
91.
the treble 20, but very neatly tidied up. Part can't finish on 163. So if Nicholson could somehow conjure up that finish,
95.
it could turn this match around. 130 the shot. 2 treble 20s he may go for, would leave double 5 of course. Now then, just one way, 12 or 20 for bullseye, and Part will be back for 68, and this could be an important
65.
leg here in the final analysis.
68.
Part on 68, finished beautifully in the last leg, you'll remember. 16 for double 16. That's another class finish from Part.
Fourth leg is Australia to throw first. Game on.
Absolutely world-class finishing from John Part. And averaging 102. That's brilliant. Nicholson started off superbly as well. But look at Part's average now, 102. Nicholson, 94.
Yes,
but this man, very, very impressive, Dave.
Those are about the most impressive figures we've seen in the singles match, I think, Nigel.
59.
And there is the ton charts. 3 maximum 180s. Nicholson has most of them.
60.
Do with one now.
Yeah, Nicholson has just gone a little bit astray with his darts, to be honest. He started off the better player, powerhouse scoring, but
97.
John Part, polished performer, playing well.
Yeah, John Part's got a 100% checkout success rate too, so the message is clear for this guy. Don't let Party anywhere near a double. He'll murder you. And Nicholson murdering the treble. Really getting a stranglehold.
Good game, this one. Good singles game. It's the best singles game of the afternoon so far, I reckon.
96.
But you see, if Nicholson wins here by this format, then John Part would have the throwing the deciding leg, and that again could be critical. It's interesting, this mugs away ruling legislation. It's opened up a whole new rationale to the game, Nigel.
43.
Well, it's been a successful World Cup, I think. Yesterday was entertaining, and I like this format. The group table is taking shape nicely.
Paul Nicholson here
Australia require
164. Well, he's got a little bit of time because Park's left himself on a bogey, so he knows he's got 6 darts at this, but he'd like to do it in 3.
Going back up the board, Nicholson
64.
leaves himself a ton for his visit next time out. Now, what can John Part do to put some pressure on Nicholson here? Nice start.
Now Paul Nicholson's got to hit this ton here. John Part on 82, hasn't missed a double yet when he's got a sniff of one. 2 double tops, what will he do? 80 left. Well, he went for the treble.
60.
It was indecisive there, and that could let John Park in. 82, bull double 16 should be his route. Went for the double 18 there, I think.
Yep.
Let's let Nicholson in. Nicholson's got to hit double top.
42.
And then really go steaming in the deciding leg, because Park will have throw. Fascinating. Still in the balance, this singles.
Yep. 1 lead point on the line. Got to switch to double 10. Got to keep his cool here, Nicholson. Inside. And finally gets it. And the usual banter with the crowd. Paul Nicholson.
Now, who will hit first? Who will hit hardest? Park with the first opportunity, deciding leg. Would want 3 figures, would want the triple digit, as they say, and hasn't got it. So a chance for Nicholson. If Nicholson can wade in here with the ton 40, ton 80, change the complexion of the match.
Well, he's got 3 180s in the game. How he would love another one here. And now 4 180s for Paul Nicholson, and that was perfectly timed.
Yes, that was a beautifully weighted throw, and it really has stung. John Park back into action. He's going to hit another treble. Hasn't. So in effect, Nicholson has won the throw. In fact, he has won the throw. Now he's just got to go for it. Can't afford to ease up. Not going to. Getting towards
100.
the telling moments, the final moments of this match.
Here we see the group table as it stands right now. 1 point available to the winner of this game between Canada and Australia. From the singles game, 1 point available.
That was an important third dart from Park there, wasn't it? Takes him back into the lead. But Nicholson is relentless.
Astonishing in the short format. First to 3 legs, Nicholson has hit 5 180s. And he's on the verge of victory for Australia and picking up a point.
11 darts finish it could be. 41. 11 darts only. It may take him to win this match, and it has been a cracker. Double 16, clear, open target. There it is. Now double 8. Surely. It's not going to wilt at the final moment. It's been playing beautifully. Part is back in this. 105.
How often do we say it with Nicholson? It looked as though he'd done all the hard work, and it's a chance for John Part. Pressure on now. Treble 15 tops he can go for. And now surely this time Paul Nicholson can win this singles match.
And the respective partners can hardly watch, but Nicholson has already had 2 darts for victory, and you've got to acknowledge that this young man has turned in a very, very competent performance to beat one of the giants, one of the most class acts in the game. John Park just edged out, but Australia are going well. Advance Australia, very fair.
Simon Whitlock waiting in the wings. He'll take on Ken McNeil, and the pressure really on Ken McNeil now. But it's Paul Nicholson who picks up another point for Australia. They're on 5 points, Netherlands leading the way, and Canada, Rod Harrington, in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Ken McNeil has really got to beat Simon Whitlock. There's no question they need to win that and win the pairs if they've got any chance of qualifying. Otherwise, it kind of throws it right in the mix for Netherlands and Australia to qualify for the semis.
But they have got Austria, that have been the whipping boys in the final match.
Yeah, they have, and if you look at it, and if they did get 4 points out of Austria, as it stands at the moment, only brings them in 5, that won't be enough. So they've got to get at least 1, they've got to get 2 points more out of this game here.
And the way it's panning out, it could be a Netherlands-Australia final even.
Yeah, because if they qualify as the group and runner-up, then they'll play the other groups, so they can't play each other in the semi-final. So that could be a tasty final. But there's a few people in the other group that will have a say in that yet.
What about Ken McNeil against Simon Whitlock then? it's going to be an interesting match, but Whitlock is a classy operator.
Yeah, the one thing about Simon is I don't like the word bottle, but he doesn't bottle it. When he gets a chance, he takes it. He's a very heavy scorer. He sets the shot up perfectly, and he takes it out. Ken McNeil is played, not as consistent as he should have done, and it's a shame. But it's a big battle for him. But he's got the game, so he's just got to do it, leg after leg.
Paul Nicholson's just over here. Paul, can we have a word? Paul running across the practice room there. Congratulations. There's a few nerves out there, aren't there?
These are tough games, they really are. I mean, this is a format that we're not used to. You're playing a little bit earlier than you really expect, but you have a bit of a rush of adrenaline when you win a game or you win a match. And what you've got to do, essentially, is bring yourself back up into the players' lounge, control yourself, and get yourself back up for another game within about another half an hour, and that's not easy. And I'm quite proud of myself for the way I came back against John there, because when he went 2-all, I thought, this is going to be tough. I've played John a lot of times this season, and all of them have been battles. And I'm just so glad I hit those 2 180s, because that gave me a bit of breathing space.
You spoke about the 180s. I mean, you are scoring really heavy in this World Cup. And I mean, when you're scoring heavy, that encourages, because you get extra darts in the double pole, don't you?
You do. I mean, if you've got 41 after 9 darts, the likelihood is you're going to get 2 darts at a double. I mean, I've hit 2 180s in that leg, and I've hit a couple of 180s in the match, which I think have made the difference. Because in a short format like best of 5 legs, there aren't really many rooms for error. And to be honest with you, I'm absolutely chuffed with that.
How are you and Simon gelling together? Because he's a good lad, isn't he?
He's a terrific bloke, very passionate about darts, just like I am. And to be honest with you, we really have gelled in the last 24 hours. We haven't really had the opportunity to practice together in the last few weeks because of the weather, and because he lives on the south coast and I live in the northeast, and it's been pretty tricky. But because we have the same mentality, it's been good that we've had the last 24 hours to spend together, and it hasn't been that hard to gel together, and it's been fantastic.
You touched on this earlier on. It is a bit bizarre though, you representing Australia and living in the northeast, and getting booed by what are essentially your home fans.
I don't think they're my home fans, to be honest. I think these are Mackems. These aren't Geordies. They've got a few Geordies in the crowd, but to be fair, they're mostly south of the Tyne, so I'm not surprised I'm getting booed whatsoever.
You never stir things up, do you, Paul?
I wouldn't do such a thing, would I?
What do you have to do to get them to like you, do you think?
Probably retire. No, to be honest with you, I'm having lots of fun. Everybody knows I love having a bit of banter with the crowd. It's good fun, and I think the crowd are loving it. I'm liking it, so let's have some more fun over the next couple of days.
Hey, you're Australian, so never forget it.
That's right. I will be at the end.
All right, Paul,
Thanks,
congratulations.
Dave.
We'll see you later on. McNeil taking the first leg there and playing pretty well, Rod.
Yeah, he is very well. And always he's hit a note. He's 1-0 up, and he's just hit a 180 to kick off that leg, and that's what he's got to do. There's no question he has to win this game. He knows the pressure, and he's just got to get up there. He knows that what Simon Whitlock can do. Just get up there and relax and do it.
Okay, back to Dave and Nigel.
Yeah, flying start. Brilliant, Ken McNeil in that first leg on as well. He's playing superbly, and he's taken Whitlock by surprise. Until that last visit from Simon Whitlock, he was struggling to find a treble. And with all due respect to Ken McNeil, 81. This would be a surprise result if Whitlock was to be turned over here.
Still wondering about an Australian with a Geordie accent there with Paul Nicholson.
54.
A bit like finding Sid Waddell in Neighbours.
Well, 4 points Canada can target in the league table. It would make it very interesting if they win this and the doubles. And the way Ken McNeil has played so far, who knows? And they've got Austria coming up in match number 6, so still a long way to go today. And Ken McNeil chasing double 16 for a 2-0 lead. Width of the wire.
It really has been an outstanding leg. Might have been 12 dart finish there, and Whitlock, who's trailed throughout, could steal this leg. 16 for double 16. His finishing is normally like snakebite.
52.
But now McNeil is going to have another shot at double 16 for a 2-0 lead for Canada here.
Game shown in the second leg.
What a start! Ken McNeil has taken that man by complete surprise. 2-0, he leads.
He's averaging 103.66.
Superb.
Listen, must be a culture shock for Whitlock, who must have been fancying his
100.
chances here. 40 or 50 places between them in the world rankings. Should be no match, really.
45.
Reversal of fortune. We'd rather thought John Park would have held on to Nicholson and that Whitlock would have steamrolled here, but the opposite looks like it might apply.
140.
Yeah, Canada just the 1 point so far. John Parks went over Coast Stompy, but as I just mentioned, they win this one and then win the doubles. They're in contention.
Well, Ken McNeil from Edmonton,
95.
they call him Silver Dart. His darts have been pretty, well, golden darts so far in this match. Whitlock, though, has reserve and
100.
experience. And he, I'm sure, will weather the storm, ride the punches. But going to have to start doing it here.
177.
Brilliant.
Australia require
Absolutely brilliant from
161.
McNeil. Just makes it interesting. McNeil averaging 104 in the 3 legs we've played so far. It's the 3rd leg, of course.
Of course, it
43.
can be said, Nigel, the more that the Canadians can gain from this match, the more it livens up this group, opens up 1 or 2 possibilities as the afternoon session reaches its
97.
conclusion.
Australia require 118.
Whitlock sat on 118. McNeil sat on 87.
Wow.
And it's a chance for McNeil to take a 3-0 victory here.
It's been a whirlwind performance from
57.
McNeil. A real
87.
twister has hit Whitlock. 20 for Bull. The bullseye.
55.
That would have been
Australia
sensational, wouldn't it?
61.
And now Whitlock to save this singles match. Double 18. And
Game
well,
shown in the
just when it mattered most,
Australia.
Simon Whitlock kept his cool.
Game on.
But what it does mean is that this man, with a 2-1 lead, throws first in this leg.
And he's got a
59.
98.66, 97.66 average at a 40% checkout success rate. That's what Whitlock has got to overturn here. Not looking too enterprising
40.
with those 3 darts.
Oh, that was poor because McNeil didn't get off to the best of starts and Whitlock could have really taken advantage there.
95.
There's been a look of steely determination about Ken McNeil, and he will contemplate, really and truly, should be home and hosed here at a dart to win the match in that last leg.
Whitlock hasn't hit a treble in this leg yet. And that's a big, big shot for McNeil. Down the board he's going to go. That was simply superb from the Canadian.
Yes, it's the form of the tournament. From McNeil, his partner John Park was telling us before, he said that he's a great player, thinks he's got the best partner he could possibly have from Canada, 170. This would be some finish. This would be some finish. Took a deflection, the second dart. Got the ball anyway.
He is on a roll, isn't he?
Well, he's on fire.
Yeah. So, McNeil sat on tops for
40.
a vital point in the group.
Well, there is the shot. And that's Ken McNeil producing a real surprise for Simon Whitlock there.
Yes, a big contest in the context of the group, and this man will be disappointed with his performance against Ken McNeil. He was left standing, if you like, because McNeil was very, very quick, and Whitlock left himself with just too much to do to salvage the situation. So, if Canada can win this, remember they will get 2 league points. As it stands at the moment, they're already on 2. Australia dropped their first point of the group stages with that defeat in the singles match for Whitlock against McNeil. That was the first point that they dropped. and they'd love to really see the job through here by winning the 2 points on offer
60.
and move on to 7 league points. That would be enough to take them through. So with Netherlands and Australia still to come, that will be an appetising prospect. It's an interesting
59.
game, this one.
Yes, here's Simon Whitlock, who has been to the very top of the darting tree. That last match, his game looked about as stale as air in a submarine.
140.
And that's a very loose, baggy dart from John Part.
44.
It was McNeil's whirlwind performance against Whitlock in the last singles match, which has given the Canadians a get out of jail card.
Nice from Nicholson.
177.
Superb.
Which leaves Simon Whitlock double 12, and despite this effort from McNeil, a maximum may well be too late. If Whitlock can exhibit his usual finishing, or his old style finishing power, he should nail this.
Game shot in the first leg. Australia.
Australia take the lead then. Simon Whitlock is the man. No problem with his doubles there. And, well, has to be said that Whitlock was inconsistent last night against the Republic in the knockout stages. But here in the group stages today as well, he suffered that blip with that defeat last time out against McNeil in the singles. But here, it looks as though he's getting his act together nicely.
Yes, I think he's beginning to tell himself he couldn't possibly play as badly as he did in that last singles match, although with respect, McNeil played right out of his skin.
140.
And he's playing nicely as well, and when you look at it, Canada, they can pick up another couple here to move on to 4. Netherlands are on 6 points after their 2 games so far.
100.
And of course, Ko Stompy dropped a point against Menji Solivic, so it does mean that Canada still can catch the Netherlands if they can pick up the 2 points here for the doubles victory, and then pick up 4 against Canada. The last game, of course, match number 6 this afternoon, so it's not all over for Canada, even if they defeat, if they are defeated here by Australia.
100.
And even the Austrians there, although they're pretty well out of it, they're still dangerous. Double top for McNeil. He's held them together.
Oh, he's playing superbly, isn't he? Superb from Ken McNeil, and it's deadlock here in the doubles.
And it's an interesting speculation that it's what might be termed the lesser partners of both these pairs that are doing most of the damage.
Yep, on a knife edge.
60.
2 precious points on the line.
Yes, this group is still tantalisingly poised with a plethora of possibilities.
But Austria will be a tough prospect for Canada as well, because we've seen Solivic and Langendorf play pretty well. It's been a fascinating group this afternoon.
Yeah, Solivic, he's quite a customer, isn't
81.
he? Takes his time to settle down, but when he does, he's deadly. This is now the Australians with what, 54 lead, but these are poor darts
40.
from Whitlock, and that gives the Canadians an opportunity.
$95.
On the next matchup, Netherlands and Australia, so Nicholson and Whitlock will be looking for a good performance here to take into that. Barneveld and Stompy await the Australian duo. That's better from Nicholson. Nicely done.
Nicholson looking impeccable, stylish, confident, and Whitlock on 127.
87. Australia require 127.
He'll go for the 20s, one would think, yeah, because he still has a finish, you see, now on 127. He has a look, doesn't have to go for the ball there, you see,
95.
because the Canadians on 178.
Remember, 2 league points
58.
on the line
Australia require
to win
32.
this doubles contest, and Nicholson steps forward. Double 16 to give Australia the lead at 2-1.
Another critical throw from Master Nicholson.
Game on.
And now the Australians know that even if they lose this leg to the Canadians, they would have the darts in the deciding leg. So psychologically, they have an edge here, but they'd like to wrap it up with the next 12 or 13 darts. It's a fair start. A very fair start. A more than fair start.
And that's from Simon Whitlock, who has been second best for Australia, with Nicholson the better player through this match against Canada. McNeil continuing his fine run of form. What a score, and look at those averages. What a match this is.
And it is Ken McNeil who really has come alive here. Nicholson still scoring prodigiously.
140.
Oh, this is one quite superb leg. 6 darts, 181. They're piling it on.
John Park doesn't want to miss out on the action either, does he?
Well,
Well,
97.
if Australia can win this, it still means that Holland have to get a point. They're sat on 6 at the moment. Netherlands and Australia coming up next after this.
145.
Superb darts from Whitlock.
yes, it could be a 10-dart finish here for the Australians. Absolutely all-powerful.
Australia require
Omnipotent
36.
leg from the Australians, and Nicholson can round it off here with this dart in that double 18. Now, just shimmy down the barrel. He's done it beautifully. A commanding leg for Australia, and that really has set them up beautifully. The Canadians worked hard, but just didn't have enough in the final analysis.
Australia celebrates, Australia go through to the semi-finals, and a really good